Oh, did you know that one of our essential services is currently on strike? Don't feel bad, many people don't. And Erica's riled up about it on this week's installment of what we call The Third Rail.
If you were suddenly in trouble, who would you call?
Hello, Ghostbusters.
No, like real trouble. The kind where you need to phone 911. You know that great service that puts us in contact with the police, fire, and ambulance? Well, who's going to stand up for those people if they're in trouble?
Bueller.
I know what you're thinking. Who's in trouble? Why isn't this all over the news? Have I been living under a rock?
It's just a man! What the rock is cooking!
No, a rock, not the rock. I'm talking about our paramedics, the people that help us when we need them the most. They're an essential service, which means they can't go on a full strike. And they're so essential that when they get out of school, they're often forced to work pager shifts where they get paid $2 an hour. Wow, that seems fair. When Gordon Campbell was confronted by a striking paramedic in May, his response was to flip the guy a loony and tell him not to spend it all in one place. What a guy.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
And it's not just the wages that the paramedics are fighting for, it's also better services. For instance, in Hope, the call rate of ambulance calls has gone up 218% since 1996. Guess how many new ambulances they got?
Our survey said zippo.
That's right, 0. That's not a lot. And it's the same story all over the province. And yet, for some reason, a garbage strike in Toronto is getting more press than our own paramedic strike here in BC. I guess there's just not enough money for the paramedics.
Vancouver's modern glass and steel skyline is now filled with Olympic venues ready and waiting to host the 21st Winter Games.
Oh, no, wait. Maybe it's just that there's better stories to cover on the news.
I was assaulted by will.i.am of the Black Eyed Peas and his security guards. I am bleeding.
I can't figure it out, and that's why I'm asking you to go to saveourparamedics.com and decide for yourself if you think $2 an hour is a fair wage to pay someone who's trained to save your life. And do what I'm going to do. Mail Gordon Campbell a loony. For the Citynews List, I'm Erica Sigurdson.
Well done.
Yeah, it was very good. We covered the Perez Hilton story.
But we also covered this story, so fair is fair.
I got a feeling he better get this settled before we get a bunch of skiers in town flying off ramps, shooting guns while they're skiing. They better get paramedics all nice and comfortable before that happens.
They do need to get it settled, and the more people that go to the website and write, your MLA and tell them to pay fair wages, it's better.
And if you don't like it, go to Perez